I were you, do the match and then go for the Roth. And hello guys, welcome back to East West Picayune. This is Janet. I'll be by myself today since Brian's not here. Y'all know I am a registered nurse who migrated from the Philippines to New Orleans about 31 years ago, and I have a great passion for blogging and finances. So this channel is all about East West life, our adventure, food, fun facts, how to, and of course finances. So if you're interested or if you like this video, please subscribe to East West Picayune and click the notification up there, the bell button, so you can be notified of any future videos. It has been a goal of mine for the last 15 years to achieve FIRE, which means financial independence, retire early. I had socked away about 25% of my income towards retirement, and in timing for open enrollment, which most of the companies are holding probably in early November, so we can have some knowledge about all this common retirement plans. This video I would like to talk about the different retirement plans, the 5 most common ones, such as the 401k, 403b, Roth 401k, Traditional IRA, and Roth IRA. And each one of these is similar and also different from each other. In 1978, it started when Congress passed a Revenue Act, which included a provision that was added to the Internal Revenue Code of Section 401k. That's when 401k was started. This allowed employees to avoid being taxed on deferred compensation. So what's the difference between a 401k and a 403b? If you're employed by a for-profit, most likely you are going to have a 401k. Now, if you are employed by a non-profit company, you are going to have a 403b. That's basically the only difference between the two. It is both pre-tax dollars and it is a employer-sponsored tax deferred plan, and also an employee contributes pre-tax portion of their compensation, and also the employer matches a certain contribution. For example, if your employer matches 2%, you need to put in 2%. If they matches 4%, you need to put in 4%, because whatever the match is, that's basically 100% gain. Employer matching for this investment is also subject to vesting. So what does vesting mean? Meaning the longer you stay in the company, the more money you get from the company matches. Like for example, if the company says, oh, you're going to be fully vested after you work for this company in 5 years, that means whatever the company puts in your retirement plan, you're going to get 100% of that money when you stay for 5 years. It all depends how the plan is structured. But whatever you put in yourself is always your money. It's just the company match is the one subject for vesting. So, so the longer you stay in the company, the better it is, because you take that money with you when you leave the company. These plans are protected from bankruptcy or creditors or any lawsuit. It can also be passed to beneficiary upon death. The investment for these accounts are sort of limited to what the employer offers. So you may only have 10 mutual funds to pick from. At any rate, it is still very diversified, and of course, if you have free money, why not? I like free money. Who doesn't want free money, right? So as of 2020, the max contribution for people less than 50 years old is $19,500. If you are 50 and older, you have a max contribution of $26,500. You put your money in, right? So later on down the line, when you retire, you want to take your money out. Let's talk about distribution of your 401k and 403b. Penalty free if you withdraw the money after age 59 and a half. Otherwise, you have to pay a 10% penalty. There's also an exemption to this 10% penalty, and this could be hardship, or maybe buying your first home, paying college tuition, or for adoption. When you're taking this out, it's also taxed as ordinary income, and there's also a required minimal distribution for this at age 72. Upon death, spouse can use the required minimum distribution to take the money out, but if you have a non-spousal beneficiary, then you have the stretch IRS rule ended, therefore they take the money out over 10 years. How about a Roth 401k? So this is basically the same as your 401k or 403b, but it's in terms of a Roth. In this case, this is sponsored by employer. Same thing like your other ones. It also has a match. It's basically the same, except that you put after-tax dollars. Therefore, when you take your money out on a Roth 401k or 403b, it's tax-free. How about Roth IRA? I love Roth IRA. I have been putting money, the max amount, every year since it started. This is established in 1997 by William Roth, who is a senator. He is also the chief legislative sponsor for this law. It's a tax advantage retirement savings plan that allows you to withdraw your savings tax-free. So you're putting your money in after tax, year after year. So when you retire 20, 30 years from now, you can get the money out tax-free. You don't have to even report it to Uncle Sam, right? That's a good thing. It also provides a wide range of investment options, so you can pick all the different companies. You know, of course, this is not sponsored by any of them. You can have TD Ameritrade, Vanguard, Schwab, Fidelity, you know, any company you choose to put your money in. You just open an account and designate it as a Roth IRA, then you start putting your money in. And also, there's such thing as a spousal Roth IRA. So if your spouse doesn't work, your spouse can also put money in. This can be passed to your beneficiary upon death, also tax-free. Of course, there's a limit to the income. So if you have, if you're single, if you make greater than $139,000, there's an income limit, as I said. And of course, when you're married, it's $206,000. For 2020 contribution limits, younger than 50 years old is $6,000, 50 and older, $7,000. Now, there is a 5-year rule on withdrawals, meaning you are not allowed to take this money out for 5 years. And after that, you're free to go. And of course, there is no RMD or required minimal distribution. So this money can grow and grow until you're 80 years old, and when you're ready to take it out, it's still tax-free. How about traditional IRA? So this is an individual retirement account that allows an individual to put pre-tax dollars. So this is not employee funded, you fund it yourself, and at the end of the tax season, you can deduct however much you put in towards this plan. So again, it is pre-tax dollars. You're not going to pay any capital gains or taxes until you withdraw the money. So pre-tax dollar, but then when you take it out, it's being taxed as ordinary income. As I said, this is also a wide range of investment. You can open an account with any of the big companies, and you can designate as to what type of funds or stocks to invest in. And also there's such thing as a spousal IRA. Same thing like the Roth. Your spouse can put the same amount of money, can be passed to beneficiary, no RMD like the other ones, and no income limitation actually for a traditional IRA. And the 2020 limit contribution, same thing as your Roth IRA. So I hope this video served a purpose of education and of course some information about the different types of retirement plans. And as you know, I'm really passionate about this, and I really encourage everybody to put money aside towards retirement. With that said, I would love for you guys to share this video one friend at a time, so for each and every one of us to reach financial independent, retire early. Please subscribe to East West Picayune, follow us on Instagram and Facebook, give me a thumbs up, comment down below, are you contributing money towards retirement? Are you getting the match or not? If I were you, do the match and then go for the Roth. And if you have extra money, put more money to the employer's plan. That's how I do it. Until then, bye.